Quentin Tarantino is back for his 9th film and possibly his second to last if he sticks to his 10 films promise. Here, Tarantino goes back to 1969 Los Angeles, where change is in the wind, and we see this through the point of view of some Hollywood stars. We have Leonardo DiCaprio as the fading Hollywood star Rick Dalton, his stunt double and friend Cliff Booth, and rising star Sharon Tate played by Margot Robbie. With a runtime of almost 3 hours, has Tarantino made a film that does not justify its runtime? The plot for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is actually pretty basic. For most of the film, it is a day in the life for these Hollywood figures. This includes Rick Dalton's first day on set for a pilot of a new TV show where he plays the villain. Here, Dalton starts to go through a crisis as he wants to continue to be in Hollywood projects, but his agent feels it would be best for him to star in Italian westerns. While Dalton goes through his day, we see Cliff Booth go through his, which includes helping out around Dalton's house and encountering members of Charlie Manson's cult. While the advertising may lead you to believe that this was a big blockbuster with a bunch of stars, that is not entirely accurate. Yes, the stars advertised are in the movie, but only for about 1 to 2 scenes, and that is it. Even Sharon Tate, as the movie goes on, plays less of a role. The focus of this movie is about Rick Dalton and Cliff Booth, where they're heading in life and what kind of relationship they have. For the most part, this works as Pitt and DiCaprio play off each other really well, and it's those scenes of them together that are the highlight of the movie. A lot of other aspects of the movie, besides the acting, is really good as well, with the music selected to get the setting of 1969 right being one of them. Tarantino picked a lot of good tracks here. The cinematography in the movie is also just beautiful to look at, and Tarantino has his longtime partner Robert Richardson to thank for that. Now for the ending of the movie, there were some critics here that were mixed on it or did not like it. However, I loved it. The finale was sudden, funny, and brutal, and made me feel that Brad Pitt was the standout actor from the movie. The ending in and of itself is also worth the price of admission. Now while the movie is a near masterpiece, there is an issue here, and that is the runtime. The movie clocks in at 2 hours and 40 minutes, but really, 20 minutes could have been cut off and the movie would have been fine. The scenes that should have been cut down are the ones with Cliff Booth driving around Los Angeles. It was fine the first few times as it helped set the mood of the movie and set up the next part of the story, but I really felt that there was an excessive amount of them. One reason I thought of as to why there were so many is that since most of the movie takes place in one day, Tarantino wanted the viewer to see how mundane a day could be. Besides that though, I see no need to have so many driving scenes, cut them down, and the movie would have been better paced as well. The length of the movie is not a huge knock, and overall the movie is easily one of the best of this year, and also one of Tarantino's best. Everything from the acting, music, and cinematography is on point, and the ending is just the cherry on top of it. I do hope Quentin Tarantino does reconsider his 10 movie promise, as Once Upon a Time in Hollywood does prove he still has a lot left in the tank. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is a must watch, and is right now one of the best movies of the year. Final rating, 9 out of 10.